Hey guys, and welcome back to Cheng Aqua, and we've got some important information for you guys to learn if you guys are ever going away. Okay guys, big news. I'm going to be going away, so what should I do for my fish? I don't know if I should get someone to feed it. I don't know if I should just leave it. Should I just hope for the best? I'm going away for 14 days. Yeah, basically 2 weeks. I have a lot of fish tanks, as you can tell. I have a big 55-gallon tank here. I have a 10-gallon tank here. I have a 10-gallon tank here. I have a bunch of little tanks here. I don't even know how many gallons those are, but I have a 30-gallon here, I have a 20-gallon there, I have another 20-gallon here. At the bottom, I have my sump. I don't count it as a tank, but still. I have a 75-gallon tank here. I have a mini little, whatever gallon that is, 5, 10, whatever. I also have a few more tanks in here. I have my big 150 display tank with my stingrays. I have a 15-gallon tall tank here. I have a 30-gallon tall both front tank here. I have another 15-gallon tank here, and I also have a 55-gallon tank that are housing the fish that I used to have outside. Now, this is a lot of fish. This is a lot of responsibility. I probably shouldn't be going away so much, but I like to travel, and I just gotta do what I gotta do. Anyway, so when you're going away and you have this many tanks, you know, it's a lot of work, but there's nothing to worry about too much as long as you have a good system going. So I have a sump down here. It's a pretty big sump, well, for the amount of gallons I have here. I have a, what's it called? I have a sponge filter in here, but I barely do any water changes in here anyway. I am going to do a water change about this much before I go. For these have live plants. I am going to be topping off water. I never do water changes anyway. I'm going to be topping off the water. As you can tell, it's like missing a little bit in all of them. But I'm going to just be filling them up with with some more water. But before I leave, you know, you got to worry about water changes. You got to make sure you're doing everything else. Everything has to be completely 100% before you actually leave. Now, I am going to have someone to help me come actually feed my fish. I'm going to be asking for help from my father, but I don't want him doing water changes or anything like that. I'm going to be giving him a schedule on how it works, how to feed them. As you can tell, I have little tapes. I've actually been asked why do I have that, and these little pieces of paper. I have instructions on how many to feed them, of how many to color, because I labeled my food too. Well, I have to relabel them because I took it out because it kept getting wet, but I put labels on the container. But yeah, so when you're gonna leave for vacation or work or go on a trip in general, what I like to do is do a good size water change. Now, I did this one yesterday, and I did 20 gallons, but I might do another 10-gallon change today, just because I'm going to be leaving for 2 weeks, and this water's going to be pretty dirty when I go off. Only thing I'm really worrying about are my fry. These guys need to be eating constantly because they have such small little stomachs, but all the other fish are going to be fine. It's just those fry that worrying me. Anyway. So since I'm going to be leaving, I'm going to be doing water change this much on this tank. I'm going to be doing about a good 25% to 30% water change on this tank, which is why I have the hose outside ready to go. Actually, let me get that going. But water change there. I'm not doing a change on the 150. I'm going to wait till I come back because I'm going to do a big, nice size water change in this guy. I'm going to be doing, since it's a 150-gallon tank, I'm probably going to end up doing about a 50-gallon change. On these guys, I'm not doing water change. This one had one 4 days ago. This one technically could go for a water change. I did a water change about a week ago, but I just don't want to mess with it while I'm gone. Maybe I get the parameters wrong. Maybe something can happen, and I don't want to be messing with it too much. This one is fine. I did the water change when I did that one a few days ago. This one has this one should be fine. This water's clear. It's not overly stocked. It's fine in there. Again, the only one that's worrying me are my fry, because they have to be fed constantly and make sure the food they have to make sure that the food that they don't eat has to be taken out so it doesn't grow mold and fungus and actually harm them. I'm not doing water change on this. I did a 50% water change last week, and this should be fine in here. The filter has been cleaned out in an old aquarium water, so I didn't mess with the cycle. Been a week and no fish have died, so we're doing good all there. Our parameters are all good. I've got heaters in all of them. I've got automatic timers for the lights on all of them. So anyway, tips, any other tips I got to offer are basically make sure you do your water changes. Make sure you, right before you go would be nice. Not a crazy amount, but just enough to keep the water cleaner. Make sure that you get someone to feed them. Now, I'm going away for 2 weeks. If I was going away for like 3 days and I didn't have fry, or 5 days even, I probably wouldn't even try to feed the fish, get someone to feed the fish in general, because, you know, they can overfeed, they can underfeed, or they might feed the wrong type of food. And you don't want that either, and it mix up your tank. If they overfeed and don't eat the food, you know, it's gonna create ammonia and nitrates and cycles. All gonna get all messed up. But since I am going for 2 weeks, I'm gonna have to risk it and get someone to feed them, because I have a lot of fish, a lot of babies. They all need to keep eating every day. But yeah, again, water changes. If you're in the case for going away for that long, get someone to feed your fish. That's gotta be one of the biggest things, because you know, who doesn't need food to survive? But other than that, that's really it. As long as you have a heater in your tank, that's an automatic heater, it should be fine in there. Make sure you check your heaters. You don't want it to crack, break when you're gone, or overheat and fry your fish, basically. But yeah, water changes and food are the biggest things to me. And instructions. If you're gonna tell someone how to do it, make it very detailed. Make sure they can follow it to a T. So there's no guesswork. There's no thinking anything like that, unless they know what they're doing with fish. But usually everyone does it differently. So I would still recommend you making specific instructions that they can follow to a T. Anyway, guys, that's my tips for this. I'm gonna show you guys me doing a little bit of water changes, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Now I'm gonna be doing the water changes now. As you see, the water just goes straight outside. I have too much water to spare. I do constant water changes, so it's not even a point for me to save it anymore. I've got about 150 gallons in buckets just sitting out there with dirty water. I have this canister filter that I hooked up not too long ago. I like it. I don't have it at max. I have it halfway. This is gonna create the superior filtration that I would need, especially since I'm not gonna be here for 2 weeks. Anyway, the sponge filter I'm gonna clean out in some aquarium water. Make sure I get no babies in there, any shrimp babies, shrimpets, whatever you call them. But I'm gonna have to figure out how to feed these guys. I think I'm gonna have them on a straight diet for while I'm gone on pellets, because I don't want them to have to cut the zucchini, blanch it, and then let it sit in there. But yeah, I'm gonna fat these guys up before I go. So actually, I'm gonna throw a piece of zucchini. Make sure you guys get zucchini if you guys are feeding baby plecos versus cucumber. Cucumber is mainly out of water, and they don't have as much nutritional value for them. Now these guys, they've only been in quarantine for 2 weeks, but I've been doing constant water changes, and I don't want to lose the fish. I haven't seen any signs of sickness or any more death since the first day that they arrived, which is normal technically. But anyway, I'm going to be placing these 2 long fins I have there, yellow blue eye long fins, in my actual 55-gallon tank. I'm going to be placing my stir-by corridoras in there with them. I should have 8 of them. The Flame Bond Rio tetras are going to be going into my 30-gallon bow front tank. And that little hyphen platy is there was too many for their tank. They didn't want 7, they only wanted 6. I said I'll keep it. I have some platies or mollies I could put them in with. I might actually just put them in the 55 with these guys. But anyway, the self-fin plecos are going to be going, I'm gonna figure that out. I think I'm gonna put them in the 30-gallon bow front tank. I have some licorice gourami in there. They're like these little baby gourami, as you can see him with the stripe back there. I'm going to be putting him also in the 30-gallon tank, I think. I think that's the best way to go. I'm kind of afraid it might be too small. No, that'll be fine. Yeah, I have... Oh, my whiptail, red-tailed catfish are going to be going into debating between the top or bottom. I think here so we can actually see them a little better versus having to crouch. But I am going to be putting the yellow king tiger plecos in here. That's where they're going to be growing out until they're big enough to start breeding. Once they're big enough to start breeding, I might actually end up switching my super red to up here after. and then having them in here being the main tank that most people see, if they do see. But yeah, anyway, that's the plan for right now. I'm gonna drain out a little bit more water because it's almost done. But again, these guys are just worrying me so much. Now, typically they would be in here for about another week, but I'm not gonna be here for another week, and I don't think, do I have any more fish in there? Do I have any eggs in there, guys? No, no eggs in there. Anyway, I'm not gonna be here, so I'm gonna have to release them now. Yeah, even though I don't want to, but that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna release them now so they can at least get a fighting chance of getting more food, because in here I don't want the food to rot or anything like that, so we're gonna have to release them today. Actually, right now. It'd be a lot easier if you just want to go. It doesn't have to be. Almost done. You guys are holding on tight. Look at it. All of them went over there. Got one left. Come on. There we go. He's gone. Anyway, that's all of them. They're all everywhere now. Yeah, they're all over that filter. Yeah, that's it. That's the way I release them. That's it. I keep them in the same tank. Once they become about that size, as you see that one little big guy in the back, that's usually sellable size already. I'm gonna be taking them out once they're that size, and I'm gonna be putting them into my 55-gallon breeder tank. Let them grow out in there. I'll start selling some of them, keep some for more stock, but. Anyway, guys, just letting you guys know, if you guys are going away for 2 to 3 days, you guys shouldn't worry too much. But again, like I said, I'm going away for 2 weeks, and that's a long time. And you guys, fish have to eat within those 2 weeks. Shrimp and invertebrates, everything has to eat, and make sure everything's okay. Now, again, if you guys don't have someone to help you with it, I really recommend trying not to travel. If you guys have a breeding project, especially if you have fry, if you're trying to grow out fry, please don't go out, because unless you have someone that knows what they're doing to feed fry and how their system works and how your system works, you'll most likely lose some fry in the process. Or if you don't have, there's no really way out of it unless you guys stay. But I like to travel. I'm assuming you guys liked it too. That's why you guys are watching the video. Or even if you had to go for business, it's something that some people just can't avoid. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, can you guys please smash that like button? And if you guys have any other questions, please leave a comment down below. And if you guys want to see more videos that teach you guys what I do, I'm not saying it's the best way, but it's what I do. If you guys want to know more about that stuff, please smash that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. It'll help the channel out, and I can keep posting videos like this. And hopefully you guys can comment anything else you guys want to see as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.